Good morning. How's your week going? It's such a gorgeous weather here in Alberta. I feel like summer is finally coming. All the grass is now green, trees have some fresh green leaves. It just looks so beautiful and it gives me hope. Hope for warm weather. Yes, after a long winter. So, the weather is getting nicer, so I'm thinking to start gardening for this year. It's gonna be my second year gardening. I'm totally a new beginner. See, I just pulled the stitch. So I did a gardening last year. I did tomatoes, carrots, basils, arugula. What else? Oh, and I planted some peas, and I also did fava beans. But unfortunately, last August, we had to move. So I did everything, but we had to leave everything behind. So I don't really know how those vegetables end up. But this year, we have no plans to move during the summertime. So I'm very excited to see all the process from the beginning to the end. So this year, I'm planning to plant tomatoes, again, yes, carrots, based on my husband's request, some leaf veggies like lettuce, arugula, basils, what else? That's it? Yeah, that's pretty much it. So tomatoes, I'm starting from seeds. So I planted the seeds a couple months ago. They are still tiny, but they are growing on their pace. And a couple of days ago, I went to a greenhouse with my mother-in-law, and I picked up a green tomato plant. This summer, I want to grow green tomatoes and make deep fried green tomatoes. Have you ever had deep fried green tomatoes? It's so good. So there is a local burger restaurant. We went to that restaurant for a wedding anniversary dinner a couple weeks ago, and they served fried pickled green tomatoes. Well, first of all, I had never had green tomatoes, and I had never had pickled green tomatoes, and I had never thought about deep frying them. So when we ordered it, we were like, okay. The server recommended that for us, but we were like, oh, okay, we're gonna give it a try, but it might be a little gross because we thought tomatoes are kind of juicy. So I'm like, what's gonna be happening if you deep fry it? But it was so delicious. You have the chewiness, nice. You have the nice chew from green tomato. It wasn't that tomato wasn't that juicy, so it didn't have that much of liquid in it. And because it's pickled, I think it was pickled with a lot of dill in it. It had a nice dill flavor. And when they deep fry it, I think they put some more dill in the butter and deep fried it. So it was like, oh, it was so good. It had some crunchiness outside, nice chew from the tomato. It was delicious. Anyway, so that's the reason why I picked up green tomatoes. Yeah, I told that story to my mom, and then my mom was like, why don't you just go to a store and get a green tomatoes? But that's not the point. I want to make a deep fried green tomato from the ones that I grow. I'm totally a new beginner. I mean, I'm totally a newbie for gardening, so I have pretty much no idea what I'm doing. But today, since it's still like 9 in the morning and the weather is so nice outside, I haven't planted anything yet, so I'm gonna work on making the soil quality better, because ours is just we just tilled the one section of the backyard a couple of weeks ago, and then I throw some compost, but our soil doesn't look that good. I think how come a newbie can tell, right? But I grew up in a countryside surrounded by a bunch of rice fields, so I'm trusting my eyes. The soil color doesn't look very good, so I'm gonna put some sheep manure today. So let's see how that turns out. By the way, my project today, it's not really a project, but it's a beginning of a new project. I'm working on the swatch for my next project, which is a cardigan for my mom. I'm doing a November jacket designed by Petinet. I'm just a big fan of her designs. I feel like it turns out so good and easy to wear. It's a pretty classic design, I would say. Here's my coffee. Let me know if you have any good deep fried tomato recipe. Thank you for watching. Bye!